The top 10 best goal scorers in Premier League history. The Premier League is arguably the best league in the world, and it has no doubt seen a lot of fantastic goal scorers. Here is a list of the top 10 best goal scorers in the history of the English Premier League. Starting at number 10, we have Michael Owen, 150 goals. Michael Owen was a former boyhood Everton fan who later achieved legendary status at their sworn enemy, Liverpool. At the end of the 1996-97 season, Owen earned his Liverpool debut at the age of 17, when he scored against Wimbledon after coming off the bench. Owen would later play for 7 more seasons, scoring more than 10 goals each season. Before joining Real Madrid, the speedy forward scored 118 goals in the English Premier League for Liverpool. Owen returned to the Premier League with Newcastle United after just 1 season in Spain. He scored easy goals by banging first-time shots from 10 yards out through a crowded penalty box, or finishing another dashing run behind the defence. It wasn't by chance that Owen became the youngest player to score 100 Premier League goals, or that he was responsible for some of the most iconic moments in English football over the past 20 years. These include his goal against Argentina at the 1998 World Cup, his quick-fire double to beat Arsenal and win the FA Cup in 2001, his hat-trick against Germany in the 5-1 victory in Munich later that year, his game-winning goal against Brazil in the 2002 World Cup, and his late winner in the Manchester Derby. He finished his Premier League career with 150 goals. Number 9. Jermaine Defoe, 162 goals. Jermaine Defoe might not be well rated amongst the best strikers of all time, but his 162 goals show that he should be in the conversation. Even though his numbers are impressive, they almost oddly don't reflect the reputation he built during his 22-year career, which ended this year at the age of 39. Defoe deserves praise for managing to reach double digits in the Premier League with 3 separate teams, West Ham, Tottenham and Sunderland, over a 15-year period. The 2015-2016 season was Defoe's best in the Premier League. With Sunderland, he scored 15 goals in 22 games. Although Defoe may not be the most well-known player on the list, his extraordinary consistency over a long period of time deserves to be recognised, and he is well deserving of his spot in the top 10 scorers list. Number 8. Robbie Fowler, 163 goals. Few players have had the honour of being idolised by a club's fan base, and even fewer have been nicknamed God. Robbie Fowler is the all-time leading scorer for the Reds in the Premier League, with 128 goals in 266 league games. Fowler had good technical skills and was very quick and an opportunistic striker. The goals started to come quickly and in an absurd amount once he made his Liverpool debut. Prior to making his international debut, he scored 80 goals in 135 games for Liverpool. Fowler established himself in the Premier League's early years when, at the start of his career, he scored 25 goals in the season of 1994-95 and improved on that with 28 goals the following year. Fowler never again scored 20 goals in a single Premier League campaign for Liverpool after that, but he did manage to reach double digits at both Leeds and Manchester City. Number 7. Thierry Henry, 175 goals. Thierry Henry exemplifies the adage that exceptional athletes make great accomplishments look easy. The reputedly cool Frenchman had grace and elegance unmatched by any other player in Premier League history, and his ability to slip by defenders in a nonchalant fashion earned him a cult hero status and the worst nightmare of an opposing defence. When Henry won 4 Golden Boot awards as the league's top scorer between 2002 and 2006, he embarked on one of the most dominant streaks of any striker in Premier League history. He was simply unplayable during those 4 years. Henry had a fantastic season in 2003-2004, both as an individual and as a part of the squad. The French forward scored 30 goals as Arsenal won the Premier League title and went undefeated for a full league season. During the 2001-2002 season, Henry also received the double award of the Premier League title and the Golden Boot. Henry established himself as a renowned goalscorer in English Premier League history. Whether it was the time he deftly flicked the ball up to himself and turned to slam a magnificent volley past Fabien Barthez, or the time he dribbled from his own half to score against Manchester United. Number 6. Frank Lampard, 177 goals. Frank Lampard was a very special player, so special that he's the only midfielder on this list. Imagine scoring 177 league goals from midfield. Outrageous. Lampard began his professional career at West Ham, but his best years were spent at Chelsea, where he was a vital part of Jose Mourinho's team that dominated the English game in the middle of the 2000s, winning 2 league titles and numerous cups. Lampard reached double figures for Chelsea in the Premier League for a remarkable 10 seasons in a row. His best season came in 2009-2010, when his 22 goals helped the Blues win another league title. With his track record, Lampard may very well be regarded as the greatest midfielder in Premier League history. Number 5. Sergio Aguero, 184 goals. Even though he only managed to score 4 league goals in his final season with Manchester City, Aguero was a goal machine prior to that. In 6 of his 10 seasons with the club, Aguero had 20 or more Premier League goals. He also holds the record for the most hat-tricks scored in the Premier League with 12. In 2014-2015, he had his best season, scoring 26 goals. A lot of people used to say Aguero will be a very difficult, if not impossible, act to follow, no matter who Pep Guardiola acquires to replace him. However, they might have to swallow their words because of the incredible form Erling Haaland is in right now. Number 4. Andy Cole, 187 goals. Since his prime was almost 20 years ago, it's possible that Cole's goal total has been somewhat forgotten, but he still needs to be recognised for his contributions to Newcastle under Kevin Keegan, as well as Manchester United's 1999 treble-winning team. Cole led Newcastle with 34 goals in his first season in the Premier League. Although he fell short of that number, it helped him secure a new job at Old Trafford. He also managed to reach double digits for United in 5 different seasons, and once for each of Blackburn and Fulham. He was definitely a very reliable goal scorer throughout his career. The former England great featured in league matches for 7 clubs, scoring for 6 of them. Cole scored 93 goals in 195 games for Manchester United and 43 goals in 58 games for Newcastle. Additionally, he scored 9 goals for Manchester City and 3 goals in 18 games for Portsmouth. He also scored 3 goals in 23 games for Blackburn. Number 3. Harry Kane, 189 goals. Kane is the only player in this top 10 list who is still playing in the Premier League. Kane recently made it into the top 3, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down. Kane has reached double digits in goals in each of the last 8 Premier League seasons, with the season 2017-2018 seeing him score 30 goals as his highest total. If he can remain fit, Kane might surpass all other Premier League goalscorers because it doesn't seem like his ability to score goals is diminishing with age. Kane scored 100 goals in the Premier League in just 141 games, making him the second fastest player to do it. Kane will most likely get the first position if he keeps scoring at this rate, and if he finishes his career in the Premier League, because age is on his side. Number 2. Wayne Rooney, 208 goals. The numbers Wayne Rooney put up while playing for Manchester United are quite amazing. He scored 10 league goals when he returned to Everton after 11 straight seasons in which he reached double digits in the Premier League. Rooney's Premier League career began and ended with Everton, but he made his name at United because of the 5 league titles the Old Trafford team won thanks to his goals. Ironically, he had his best season, scoring 27 goals in 2011-2012, the year Manchester United were not named champions. Additionally, he ranks 3rd in terms of assists with 103 assists, while ranking 2nd in terms of goals scored. His 491 outings resulted in 208 goals for him. During the course of 550 games during his stay at United, he made the net bulge 253 times. What a player. And of course, at number 1 we have Alan Shearer, 260 goals. He's the highest goal scorer in the history of the Premier League. He spent the majority of his career playing for Newcastle United. The English forward played as many as 441 games throughout the course of an illustrious career, which is an achievement that most people in today's game would find nearly impossible to recreate. In a 14-year career, he scored 260 goals. Shearer also shares the record for the second most hat-tricks in Premier League history with 11. He received the Golden Boot award 3 times in a row, 1994-95, 1995-96, and 1996-97. Shearer's best Blackburn Rovers season was certainly the one in which he won the Player of the Season award and the team won the league title. In addition, he enjoyed some success during his brief international career, scoring 30 goals in 63 games. But which of these players is your favourite? Let us know down in the comments section. Also, make sure to watch this video in the link, and if you like our content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. On the screen now should be another good video worth watching, so click on that video and we will see you in the next one.